Hi, it's Alyson here, and today we are going to look at some back care basics. So some things that you can do in 10 minutes which will really help ease out any tightness in your lower back, or if you feel a little bit tweaky or a little bit uncomfortable particularly in the lower back. So they're relatively gentle, simple things that you can do every day. So be mindful of how you're feeling, and if any of the things that we do don't feel right for you, please take a moment of rest and rejoin the session when you feel ready. Okay, so find a comfortable seat to start with. It could be cross-legged, it could be with your knees in front, and also you can be on a block if that's helpful. It gives you a lift in the hips and lengthens the spine. Relax the arms somewhere so that the hands can rest. Maybe take a couple of shoulder rolls and then half close or fully close the eyes. So we're going to start by just tuning into how the physical body feels today. Take a moment to scan through the body, noticing any particular sensations you have in muscles or joints, or the whole body, how it feels. And then draw your awareness to your breath. Just notice what your breath is like, the pace or the depth of your breath. And notice where the mind goes as you focus. And then draw your awareness to all three elements, your physical body, your breath, and the mind. Become aware of your seated position, and then reopen the eyes. It's nice just to make a little transition from whatever you've been doing into then the yoga. So if you were sitting cross-legged, change the cross of the legs the other way. And we're going to start with seated cat. So hold on to the knees with the hands, with whatever knee position and leg position you have. And I'll turn sideways so you can just see the back. So we're going to take seated cat. So we'll hold onto the legs, round your back so that you're making that rounded curved shape, and then use your hands on your legs to lift the front of the body and take as much of a back bend as you're comfortable with. So we lift the front of the body, lift the chin slightly, and then ease off. We round into the forward fold type position, and then use your arms to lift yourself up. However much you feel comfortable with, opening the front of the body. We'll do one more of these. So we'll round down into the forward position and then lift and open into the open back bend. Good. And then ease off. Come from your sitting position into all fours. So if you like to have something under the knees, it gives you a little bit of extra padding and comfort for the knees. So you might want a folded cushion or a folded towel or a small blanket or something under the knees. We'll come over onto all fours and we'll take normal cat-cow movement from here. So roughly hands under your shoulders, knees under the hips, and then round your spine up to the ceiling as you look at the knees. And then take a gentle back bend as you look forwards. So if you focus on your shoulder blades and the bit between the shoulder blades, it can help you avoiding going into too much of a dip in the lower back, particularly if your lower back's feeling a little bit uncomfortable. So a couple more of these, nice and steady, just in time with your own breath. Moving gently and breathing smoothly. Okay, so finish off the one that you're doing. So you finish looking forwards and then come into neutral cat position. And we're going to move the hands further forwards. So maybe 5 to 10 centimeters or about 6 inches. And we'll take a short, small rocking motion for the upper body. So you move your head towards your hands and then move the bottom back towards the heels. Now this rocking motion is meant to be really nice for the lower back, especially if you have got a little bit of a strain in the lower back from lifting or moving something. We go nice and smoothly forwards and back, forwards and back. The amount you move depends on how you're feeling in the back, so we don't have to go too far. If you feel like your back is a little bit more flexible or more comfortable today, you can start to take it a little bit deeper. So the pelvis angles a little bit further forwards, and then as you go back, the bottom might even reach the heels. If the hands move at that point, that's fine. We'll do another 1 or 2 forwards and back. Nice and steady. And then ease off. If you like child's pose, you could rest there just for a moment with the bottom over the heels, rest the arms down, relax the wrists. You might want to take wrist circles here. Good, okay, and then we'll slowly come up. We're going to come over now to lie down on the back. So bring yourself around and come down into a lying down semi-supine position, with the head and the upper body nice and relaxed on the floor. So semi-supine, the knees are bent, have the feet about hip width apart. We're going to do what's called knee walking. So you might like to rest your hands roughly on your pelvis, on the hip bones area. And then if you can look at your knees, you can either keep the head on the floor, just have a moment to look at the knees. They're going to stay in train tracks, parallel lines. Move your right knee forwards a couple of centimetres or an inch, and then bring it back. And then move your left knee forwards, and then bring it back. So just the thigh and the knee kind of moving forwards and then back to where it started, and the other leg move forwards and come back. So you don't have to keep looking at the knees, you can keep the eyes closed or you could look up at the ceiling. It's a very small and subtle movement, but you might notice it can be quite, people can really feel a lot of release in the lower back from this. It can be quite powerful. So we're just moving knees forwards and back, forwards and back. Okay, ease off from there. Come back just into the natural semi-supine position. And the next one we're going to do is the foot press, and it's quite similar, very small and subtle, so there's not much to see. Imagine your feet are stuck on the floor. Push into your right foot as if you're trying to push it to the front of your mat, and then release. And then we push into the left foot. Don't let it move, you just push down and forwards, and then release. And as you release, you feel yourself spring back a bit. So we're going to push into the right foot and release. Push into the left foot and release. You can do that a few more times, just push and release. Push and release. And you can also do double feet. You can push into both feet. We don't let them move, we push and release. And you feel more of a spring back with that one. So nice and steady, calm breathing, push and release. Okay, so do one more or finish there. And then if you like, if it's comfortable in the lower back, we can have the knees in over the chest. You can rock gently or take sacrum circles from here. So you circle the knees around in one direction. And then maybe go around the other way as well. Okay, and then we can rest the feet back down on the floor. Let your hands rest on your belly, and we'll take a moment here just to close the session. Close the eyes, let the hands rest, and follow the breath in the chest and the belly. Notice the hands moving as you breathe. So nice, slow, long and deep breaths. Okay. And then release the arms. And we're going to finish the session there. So when you're finished, we're going to roll onto one side, slowly push your way back up. Come back up. Okay, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope it brings you benefit and comfort in your back. Thank you.